Hello and welcome. My name is Ranger Sandy Ferreira. I work for the Environmental Services Division with the City of Fremont, and I've been teaching the Clean Water program for the last 13 years. Good morning, guys. So let me tell you a little bit about our program. We offer 2 free field trips, one for 3rd grade curriculum called the Stivers Lagoon Nature Area program, and the second one is our Garden Wonders, Critters and More. So let's begin about Stivers Lagoon. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to talk a little bit about watersheds, water pollution, and the effect of pollution out here on our watershed. We're going to be taking a hike through Stivers Lagoon Nature Area, and we're going to be stopping along the trails to learn about different things out here in Stivers. Okay, we're going to do a creek survey at Station 4, so I want you guys to keep your thinking caps on, keep your eyes open wide, and listen, because you never know what you're going to see and hear out there at Station 4. And we'll give the student a clipboard, a booklet, and a pencil, and that's where we have the students all sit down and we take a few moments to kind of check out the area. They go, wow, we're in Stivers Lagoon. And we begin our program there talking about our watersheds. Students will discuss what's a watershed. They'll learn the name of their watershed locally. They'll map it. Then we talk about pollution and storm drains and the impact of pollution on the environment. After we've had that discussion for about 10 to 15 minutes, then we start our field trip through Stivers Lagoon Nature Area, hiking along Muskrat Creek. So we're going to be heading down here to Possum Creek. We'll be making a left-hand turn, okay? Now we're going to stop and look at the blackberries, and we're going to look at that poison oak that's down there, remember? We have 5 teaching stations that we stop at. Station 1 talks about the Laguna Creek watershed. Station 2 is about tulies and vines and poison oak. If you guys get a sample that's got some yellowing in it or discoloration, that tells me that plant is filtering something that's in the water, some maybe chemical or nitrate or something like that. It'll be brown.
The littlest.
Got a little bit? Yes.
The littlest. I have like a spot right here. It's like a brown spot.
Okay. You got a little spot too. Okay, great.
It's the littlest of bits.
Station 3 is all about our freshwater marsh. Station 4 at the creek is one of our most popular sites. That's where kids get to do their bioassessment and exploration. Okay, we're going to spend about 5 minutes exploring Muskrat Creek. Remember, I want you guys to focus on the water, look for any aquatic organisms, look for any riffles in the creek, look for any animal track. There's lots of deer track behind me, which I'll point out and show you, okay? And Station 5 is all about the trees under the canopy. Little hook, so that when they're drumming or drilling those holes in the trees, they can stick their tongue in there and pull the insect out. Oh, there it is. Awesome. Boys and girls, great job at the creek today. I hope you saw some really cool things, which I'm sure we did. What I want to do now is we want to get back on the trail. We want to hike back to our classroom. And in the classroom, then we're going to begin our lab portion of our program, where you guys will be looking at microscopes, different microorganisms in the creek water we collected, okay? You ready to roll? At the classroom now, that's that opportunity for students to sit down in a lab and use microscopes, hand lenses, and then look at the different micro and macroorganisms in the creek water we've collected. Okay, you need help focusing?
Oh, I got one of these little creatures. You have to look first.
Oh, we got a flatworm. Can you see that flatworm?
See, you can see it with your eye.
It's dead!
Okay, here's what the flatworm looks like in your book. I see something cool, share with your neighbor.
How did you get I got some fish.
You got fish? What kind of fish? Does it look like little shrimp? If it's little shrimp-looking organisms, they're called amphipods.
Hey, there's another creature that's moving. Yeah, there it is.
Good. How are we doing, guys? You need any help? Wow, you like that flatworm? Isn't that cool? At the end of our observations, we have the kids kind of gather around. And we say, okay, boys and girls, now what did we learn today? Do you guys have your thinking caps on? I'm going to ask you those 3 very important questions about our watershed today. Number 1, what's the name of our watershed that we live in?
Laguna Creek watershed.
Laguna Creek watershed. Is he right?
Yes.
All right. What are 2 very important wetland plants that can clean and filter pollution from our watershed?
Cattail.
And And then boys and girls, what are 5 things that we all can do to help make our creeks and watersheds clean and healthy? Or boys and girls, you can consider the products that some of your parents buy. I want you guys to take a moment when they go grocery shopping. Pick up one of those bottles of soap cleaner or Dove or whatever. See what's in it. What's the ingredients? Is it a green product where it has least or no chemicals in it, or is one that's got all those chemicals that would harm the environment? So I want you guys to think about that. Check on everything that you'd use to make sure that it's not using these things which are really harmful, as we know, in our environment. It's really important that we educate kids about our watersheds. Most of our students have never really been in a natural environment like this. Stivers Lagoon, for example, which is 40 acres. They're more urbanized. They're used to coming to the park, looking at playgrounds, sandlots, playing soccer. But I see the transformation in the kids once they've been through our program. They love, love, love to be out here.
I like the deer tracks and how they taught us about pollution.
My favorite part was experiencing and looking at the stuff in the creek, because it was murky, but you could still see stuff like living organisms, like tiny fish and insects and bugs.
The program was really fun for kids to learn about nature because you let them have this little booklet and go to a creek and observe what they smelled, touched, and heard, and what they were most impressed about. And after that, you would go to a lab and see all these microorganisms for students to examine and guess which picture it would be on their chart.
What I love most about our program, it's right in their own backyard. Most of our schools that we serve are all local schools.
My name is Mary Ann Loswick, and I'm a 3rd grade teacher. I've been coming to Stivers Lagoon with Ranger Sandy for 13 years, and this program is an excellent program because it ties in with our science curriculum. It shows the students the environment that we have here in Fremont, examples of the wetlands, of the creek and our watershed. The students get the opportunity to see this little hidden gem that is right around the corner from where our school is. The program also allows the students to explore the pond water and find microorganisms that they're amazed that they are able to see with their eyes or with their microscopes. I think when I ask the students at the end of the year, what's your favorite field trip, they always say it's Stivers Lagoon. They like being outside, they like seeing the wildlife, the birds, and it's just a wonderful opportunity for students to learn.
I really feel our clean water education programs are so successful because we provide those great learning opportunities and hands-on activities for our kids. Kids love to be out in nature. We can see that when they hike through Stivers Lagoon Nature Area. We can see that when they're back here in the lab. By providing those learning opportunities, getting kids excited about nature, we've got them hooked. They love, love, love our program. If you'd like more information about our program and you'd like to register for a field trip, you can contact the City of Fremont Environmental Services Division, either on our website at www.fremont.gov, or you can call our office directly at area code 510-494-4570.